Hi there. Do you groan each time you get up in the morning and your feet touch the floor? Is Motrin one of your bestest buddies? You want to know why? And maybe more importantly, you want to know how to maybe not? Hi, I'm Rick Higgins, and this is The Pirate Wanderer, where we have opinions on life after 50. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about all the things that are going to happen to us, whether we like it or not. Now, I found a list of 20 things that might, probably, almost certainly are going to happen to us as we get into our 50s and our 60s and whatever lies beyond that. Now, I've mentioned this in a previous video. I'm not going to talk about all 20 of them today. However, I am going to pick the top 5 on that list because they all kind of have something to do with each other, and something we all have to do about it ourselves. Now, unlike our previous videos, I actually did some research on this one. It's not just a regurgitation of my opinion. Okay, there's a little bit of that, but I actually did research. I really did. And yeah, this is what experts are saying, some of it. You try to figure out what part is which, all right? Okay, 4 of the 5 are basically the same, but the one that kind of mentions that we're gonna start getting is hormone changes might drive issues within our guts, within our, you know how things work down there. Now, yes, this includes men and women. Men, we do go through hormone changes. Trust me, I'm going through them again. Joy, oh rapture. Anyway, a lot of times our guts, and by that I mean we're going to get indigestion, queasiness, nausea, pain, gas, cramping, everything that grandpa always seemed to do, pull my finger kind of thing. A lot of it has to do with hormonal changes. Now, you can't really change the hormonal changes that much, but sometimes there are triggers. And by the way, this is when we get out of the opinion and we get into the research. A lot of what the experts suggest is that you possibly should find maybe what your triggers are. Maybe it's gluten, maybe it's wheat, maybe it's lactose. Maybe there are things that because your body is changing, it can no longer process as well. Now, you got a couple ways of doing this. You got to identify what the problem areas are. You can eliminate them one by one. And by the way, I don't mean, I'm not going to have milk today, let's see how it works. You need to eliminate it for a week or two. See how things start to feel better. Sometimes it might be a combination, and bear in mind, sometimes it's simply this might bother you and this might bother you. What are the things they have in common? Oh, look, I can no longer process pork chops, and you got to eliminate pork chops. Now, what you can do, the draconian way, is to kind of just hit a baseline, let yourself heal, and then start gradually re-adding items. That's a lot of difficulty because there's so much stuff you can do. You could also go to a doctor and get allergy tested to see if there are things you are reacting to now. But I will tell you, it's not a permanent thing, doesn't have to be. Let's say that you did find you're allergic to gluten, or not allergic, maybe gluten is a trigger. What you can do is get off the damn gluten or whatever it is that bothers you and let yourself heal. I mean, good and heal, weeks, take a month, just let your gut heal. And then get on probiotics and then slowly reintroduce the thing that was driving you a little nuts. And maybe you can go back to it. Probably not. So welcome to life after 50. Okay, the other 4 are basically the same, and they're talking about our bone density is going to decrease, our muscle mass is going to decrease, our muscle fibers are going to decrease, and our metabolism is going to decrease. Now, this is welcome to life in Rickland. We have to exercise more. And by that, I mean we have to do resistance training and we have to do cardio training, and it's not what you think it is. Now, let's start with the metabolism. We got to eat less, pure and simple. That's just it. We have to eat less calories. Our bodies, the metabolism is slowed. If you used to put 2,000 calories into your body, and now you can't keep doing it, well, guess where some of that 2,000 is going to go. You might need 1,800, you might need 1,500. I'm just fudging numbers right now, but basically We can't put as much into us as we used to, and there isn't a damn thing we can do about that. So we need to start making better choices. Okay, if I can't put a bunch of Krispy Kreme in my face, what can I put in my face that does satisfy? And that might require some changing. Maybe it's a diet change, not so much in a diet, but maybe we eat more fruits and vegetables, or put more spices or different spices or something so that we are more satisfied rather than just thinking we're eating less. Now, that's a struggle. It's always a struggle. I know there's a giant box of cookies out there, so there's a giant struggle, but metabolism, got to work on that. The other thing is, and I'm going to separate these two, there's cardio and there's resistance training, weight training, whatever you want to call it. That is key for a couple of reasons, because bone density, flexibility, the tendons that connect your muscles to your bones, they're all slowly decreasing. And the only way to really keep them strong and keep them flexible is to exercise them. Now, this is going to sound a little sexist, but ladies, don't pick up the 1 pound pig weights. You know, your purse weighs more than that little pink barbell. So you're not going to turn into Arnold. And guys, sadly, you ain't going to turn into Arnold either. It's just not in us anymore. If you are, you're lucky. Good for you. But you got to do resistance training. Now, here's some myths. The old way was you might have to stretch, you might not have to. You might have to warm up, you might not have to. You got to stretch, you got to warm up every single day, and especially before every single workout. Also, it used to be workout one day, skip one day, workout one day, lather, rinse, repeat. Well, at our ages, there's a lot more healing time, I guess, if you will. Listen to your body. Figure out how long you need to wait between resistance training, but you gotta do it. It's the only way you're gonna keep your muscles from atrophying. It's the only way you're gonna keep your flexibility, and it's a great way to keep your bone density up. Now, cardio is the other one. Cardio, what is cardio? Oh, but I go in the woods and I walk with my friends. Well, that's great. I'm glad you're very social. That's not cardio. Not even close to cardio. It's not going to do anything for you. It's going to get you some fresh air, a little sun perhaps, but I'm talking interval training. Some people call it high intensity workout. Basically, it is alternating, getting your heart rate up at maximum for a couple of minutes, and then you go back down to medium. High, low, alternate. You can do that running. I do it on a bicycle, at least I'm starting to. And by that I mean get on your bike and go a medium pace, till you can feel your heart up. And then for 30 seconds, get up on those pedals and just pump for 30 seconds. Just go, go, go. And then sit back down and go back to medium. Go for a few minutes. And again, lather, rinse, repeat. That's interval training. You need to get your heart rate up, and then you get it back down, but not all the way down to resting, and then back up. Now, obviously, before you start any of these things, you need to see your doctor. You need to make sure that you are healthy enough to do it. When you do start, don't just dive into the deep end of the pool like yours truly does. You have to ease into it. And this is, again, not opinion. This is a lot of what the experts are saying. This is going to help us do a little better because of our age. As we age, the older we get into our 60s and 70s and beyond, the more important this is. So we need to make it a lifestyle, a health style right now. And it's something I'm working on, so this is something we're going to be revisiting. Okay, the bottom line, like I just mentioned, our bodies are what's going to carry us into the future. The new normal, the new us. Think back when you were in elementary school for a second. When someone said, where are you going to be in the year 2000? You were horrified. And then, where are you going to be when you're 60? You're like, oh my God, I'm going to be dead. I'm going to look like grandpa and grandma with gray everywhere and nose hairs and warts. And, we don't look like that. We are in our 50s and 60s and beyond, and we don't look or act or feel like that. We have a much better lifestyle than we had imagined way back in our youth. If we want to do that, if we want to maintain that and to be as active and healthy and living as much as we really want to be, oops, sorry, I just whacked the microphone. These bodies are what's going to carry us there. It's something I'm realizing that I can't go on good genes and luck alone anymore. I got to work on it. You keep the body tuned. So that's what I got for you today. If you want to do a co-exercise program, we can Zoom and we'll go running together or something, but let me know how you're doing. Let me know some exercises, some thoughts that maybe some people could do that don't require a lot of expensive equipment or gym membership. You don't have to have a gym membership for this, by the way. I'm lucky, I live in Florida. I go to the park, but you may be where it's colder. I don't know, tell me how you do it where it's colder. Anyway, I am babbling. I hope everyone stays healthy and happy where you are. Wear a damn mask. Yes, COVID is still going strong. In fact, it's stronger than ever as we speak. But I hope you and your family are healthy, and I hope you are happy, and stay that way, and we'll talk to you soon.